We welcome you to the Simmons Complex on the campus of Halldale High School as Munzing Media Sports brings you high school field hockey today. It'll be the Lisbon Greyhounds in to take on your Bulldogs. Hello, everybody. I'm Rob Munzing. I'm joined here by the coach, Maureen McNally, Chris Wheeler doing our camera as we send this out to you live from the Simmons Complex. Well, this will wrap up our field hockey action for the year, and the Bulldogs are looking to get evened up at 4-4. They'll take on a team that beat them earlier in the rain down at Lisbon. Coach McNally.
Yes, well, Lisbon comes in here today. Well-respected program. Coach Julie Petrie's been there for 10 years. They were state champs in 2012. They've got 4 Western Maine championships in their record, numerous conference championships. They come in with a record of 1-4-1. Struggled a little bit this season, dealing with injuries. Their top, one of their top players is out today, so they've struggled a little bit with injuries. And then they had a 3-week break in between, I think, due to a COVID situation that they were dealing with. So it's been peaks and valleys, as she told me prior to the game. They lost 2 to Mount Ararat, who they don't normally play. Mount Ararat's a Class A team. They lost twice to Oak Hill. As you said, they beat Halldale, and they tied with Morse, who's another Class A team.
Yeah, so they played a tough schedule,
yes,
didn't they, Coach? Yeah, because we saw Oak Hill really good.
Yeah, and they have goal scorers this year have been Haley Tupin, Amelia Mooney, Ellie Picard, Larissa Potvin. The top defensive players to keep an eye on, Megan Libby and Emma Welly. And they've got a rookie goalkeeper in there, sophomore, Maria Levesque, who's a first-year starter and has improved tremendously, according to Coach, over the past few games. So I think Coach is coming in here, knows that Halldale's improved, looking for a good game, looking to finish the season on the upswing. And as she said, it's been a highly unusual season, but her kids have done very well, staying up for games and continuing to be competitive. And we take a look at Halldale, and speaking of improvement since the beginning, I think, Rob, you and I have said since the beginning, we've seen tremendous improvement in Halldale as they come in today with, as you said, a 3-4 record, looking to even it up and even the score with Lisbon. We hear names like Avery Baker and Ava Corbin and Kelsey Cormier in goal, and Lizzie Bickford and Emma Soul. Those kids have been stalwarts. But we also got to look at Ellery Stewart, who's come on tremendously for Halldale. She's a junior. Emma Soroyce is a sophomore who's done very well for them. And then Moira O'Connor has done very well defensively for them in the midfield. And we've said a couple games that Ashlyn Donahue, who's playing deep defense for them, is very steady. So Halldale's looking to even it up and continue their improvement. And as they said, they've got no seniors. They're ready to come in next year, build on the improvement they've got, and continue their winning ways next year. So this should be a good battle.
Game time temperature will be 36 degrees. Skies are lightening up here a little bit, and so that's good news. We've had a heck of a weather week here at out in the elements here as we've attempted to do games. We can live with the cold. We can live with a little bit of wind. Rain wreaks havoc on us. You're looking across the officials. Dave Cheever is the one who's facing us, and
Casey
Willett meeting with the captains across the way. So we'll get set to go here shortly. Field's in tremendous shape for what was kind of a rainy day yesterday for sure. We escaped the snow, and that's always good news, particularly in October. Coach McNally's a snowmobiler, so we'll give her snow in January, but we don't want it in October, Coach.
I'm not ready for it either. I'm looking forward to snowmobile season, but I'm certainly not ready for snow right now. That's for darn sure. But it is cool, as you said, and we talked before the game. We can deal with a little bit of cold, but boy, that rain was wicked the other day, and the wind was taking up papers all over everywhere. So.
Yeah, I had to dry my Halldale roster out on the car heater on the way home. I put it up on the defrost and dried it out, and it's just about going to make it through. The season here. Ashlyn Donahue and Kelsey Cormier are a little ripped, but we've done enough games that we know those two. Saw Kelsey warming up before the game. She gave me a big hi as I walked in behind the goal cage. She's had a terrific season in goal here for Halldale. It actually kept things close in a couple of games that looked like they could have got out of hand a little bit, but she kept the Bulldogs right in the game. She's really a terrific goalkeeper.
She's a big presence in the cage. I mean, she's a tall girl to begin with. She's got quick feet. She cuts her angles very well, comes out and attacks one-on-one. She's done a tremendous job for them since the beginning, and I think because of the presence that she has in the goal area, it's allowed her defense to develop and develop over the season, develop their skills as well. So I think her being in the goal cage this year has been a big plus for Halldale.
So we'll be set to go here shortly. Don't have the score up. We'll give you that as it ticks down. 15-minute quarters here, so we'll keep you abreast of that. We'll be able to put the score up, and we do have our replay running here today, so we'll be able to take a look at any of the goals that are scored. Great plays. Chris Wheeler, again, doing our camera to you, who send this out to you, and glad we could bring this to you on Munzing Media. You're taking a look at Halldale. They'll be going right to left on your computer screen, TV screen, if you're using the Boxcast app, on your smart TV or your streaming device. And Lisbon in the dark black uniforms. They'll be moving left to right on your screen as we get set to go here from the Simmons Complex. And Dave Cheevers put the ball out. And notice the ball today, Coach McDowell. I was talking to Coach Baker before the game, and I said, this is something. You use those orange balls, and I'm colorblind. I have trouble seeing the orange ball in the green grass. So today they got the white ball out there, and for a colorblind guy, this is just what we need.
Kelly's taking good care of you, Coach.
Yeah, she's something, that kid. So we're getting set to go here from Halldale. On the attack for the first foray will be Lisbon. They'll get set to go here to be Emma Willie with it. And just waiting for the whistle, set to go, and here we go. She'll go aerial out of the gate. Remember, she can't be attacked on her stick that way, but doing a good job is Corbin with it. We'll see Corbin up and down this side constantly here as she'll be running here in the first half this way.
Yeah, she's definitely their go-to. They love coming up this left side. They got Moira O'Connor behind her playing mid, and that's been a steady combination for them all season.
Natalie Scott with the hit here. Willie with it. Comes Corbin, tries to throw it ahead. The quick attack by Baker. Tries to get past the defender. She does. She go stick dribble here. Tricky trick. Coming up the left side. Baker. Trying to weave her way.
New word now.
New word.
That was channel defense. Lisbon was Ellie Picard. When you can keep a kid out to the sideline, I'll stop here for a second.
It's in the circle. We're going to learn channel defense. This is our new term. Today it'll be next week's word search that Coach McNally gives me to go through the terms.
Playing defense on the left side is tough.
Yep.
So what you try to teach your kids is to channel them, which means to keep the kids out to the sideline. You try to stay a step ahead of the offensive player carrying the ball, but at the same time show them your stick so they know that you're right there with them. But the idea is to keep them out to the sideline, and that's what we call channeling.
Channeling. I'm channeling my inner field hockey self here. Get that term down, Coach. Thank you. That's a new one. That's more advanced, and I can see why you waited till the end of the season there to work on some of these things. That was a good opportunity there for the Bulldogs. They had the opportunity that was set up, even though the Lisbon defense tried to channel Baker. She was able to get it in, and they actually got a good shot in the circle. Playing across the field at midfield. Just underway, 12:48 left here in the first. No score, as you see. Brooke Mishu. She got defended there on her stick, so it's going to go over to Halldale. No, I'm wrong here, Coach. Are you surprised at that?
Yes, I am a little bit. I am a little bit. I certainly am.
Kylie Rolfe trying to make the defensive play, and she does. Halldale looks to go on the quick attack with Emma Sorois. Here comes Emma. She throws it through. Into the circle go the Bulldogs. That was a quick attack that time, and leading it was Ellery Stewart. Ellery's playing across the way. She's number 2. Bulldogs set to launch here. They do, to Stewart. Baker was there too, and I think we're going to get our first corner of the game.
Yes, we are. That was a typical 5-yard call, which we'll see a few times. If the defense doesn't back off 5 yards, it's an automatic corner at this time of the season.
Ava Corbin for the insertion here. They like to go to Baker on this, sometimes directly, sometimes with a pass. This is the pass to Baker, trying to get her launched up. She lets it go. Oh, Corbin was right at the far post for a tip and just missed it.
That was a great pass. That's exactly where you want that ball from the right side. You want it to come to that opposite post and have your tipper right there. And Ava's been great all season long tipping those in. That came in like a bullet. She just missed that one.
Well, I think they went out to Emma Soul first on that, and Emma made the pass over to Baker. Baker launched it. Corbin was at the post, just missed it. Better of the chances so far. O'Connor back for it here for the Bulldogs. O'Connor. She's trying to work away from Barnes for the Greyhounds. Barnes. Some good defense by Barnes there, but O'Connor, who is persistent, as we have said all year long, stays with it and wins the battle here now for the Bulldogs, not the 5 yards that they needed. Comes up to Corbin. Corbin trying to get down right in front of our camera location here, so we're giving you good views. Ava's going to get a lot of camera time because we're right up here on the bleachers as she streaks up and down that up that near side. She's got it here. Corbin. She's trying to get past the defender. That's Tuplin. Rolfe now for the Bulldogs. Contends. O'Connor had it there and out of bounds. It'll be Lisbon ball. That's a hit that would sting.
Yeah.
That's a big hit there off of Scott's stick.
That's a tough day for that. You get hit in the shins with the ball today, and it's going to hurt.
Potvin for Lisbon tries to get in the circle. Bulldogs are there in the defense, but contending for it is Barnes. O'Connor couldn't get it past. The good stick work there of Scott knocked it down, and now she's controlled. Scott, we saw her with a big hit earlier. Really didn't get good wood on that one. It's going to come back to the outside. Barnes again, she's been a pest defensively so far. She's working there against Lizzie Bickford.
And we've talked about Lizzie Bickford, too, how solid she is. She caught that cross pass inside the circle, right on her stick, stopped it on a dime, and came out to the side just as she has all season long. She's been very, very steady and leads that core of defense back there.
Maddie Tuplin with the play there for the Greyhounds, but now Rolfe's got it. Trying to get it up the side. Ooh, that came up high on Maddie Tuplin. She's okay. Bounces again. It'll be Bulldog ball. There's an aerial. Tipped down and now contended for. Multiple teams. Stewart's got the play and makes the play. Now Baker's going to aerial. Here she comes down the far side. She's contended there by Potvin. Potvin channeling. Get a kick out of that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was it used correctly, Coach?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, kind of. All right. Stewart's inside, trying to get in the circle, trying to get outside. Open net. Goaltender came way out. That was Madison Ramsey. She came way out, Coach. Scoreboard went off. I don't know if they noticed that across the way. The scoreboard's off. So we can't give you the time, but it's going to be a corner here. No score. Our scoreboard not showing the time today. That program froze up on us, so we just let it go. So we'll just keep the score up here like this and let you know what the time is when they put it back up. Corbin comes in. Soul. Outside the circle. Now she lifts it through and just wide again. Good launch that time.
Emma Soul and Emma Soul, Avery Baker, and Ava Corbin have been the three main cogs of their penalty corners all season long, and you know basically that offense is going to go through either Baker or Soul up top. They've done a great job with it, and that was another example.
That's connected down to Scott. Scott got intercepted. O'Connor got it ahead. You can hear the wind in our headsets. Might be 36 to start the game, but the wind chill is a little lower. Thrown in front. Baker trying to get it. Can she get it? She does.
Good control.
Through the feet. Missed on the hit, but causes the corner. So I think that's 3 corners, Coach?
This is the third one.
Third corner. No score. Bulldogs have had the better of the opportunities. Comes in. Baker's got it.
Nice control.
Gets past the defender. Oh! Gosh. We're going to get a timeout. Boy, oh boy. It's a good reason to wear those protective headgears. You could see that shot just come up and came up to the head area. I'm trying to see who that is. We don't usually dwell too much on injuries here, so they're going to have a injury timeout. So we're going to take a quick break in the action. We didn't get any of our sponsor breaks in during the pregame as we came on just a little late, but we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. More field hockey after this.
Like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
So we're back. Got the wrong scoreboard up. Let me redo that one, huh? This is the one that we wanted.
I was trying to see who that was that got hit. It was Laura Mockler, I believe. And the ball came up off Avery Baker's stick, came up pretty high, and I believe got Laura right in the eyewear. She's got a metal set of eyewear on that has been highly controversial in years past.
Yeah, you've said that, Coach, a little bit. Talk a little bit about that eyewear that is worn now. And when did it start? And
you know, it started, I can't remember the exact year, but in the 90s somewhere, and there was a girl at York, actually, that got hit in the eye, a serious eye injury, without eyewear. And her father, I believe, I'm telling the story correctly, her father was a doctor, and he started a push to wear some type of eyewear. Yeah. And then it went nationwide, and everybody picked it up. And old coaches like myself said, no, we don't need eyewear. Just you have to teach the right. But I think it's been a positive. The kids are resilient. Doesn't bother them at all. Bothered the coaches, I think, more than it bothered the kids at the time.
Well, the kids grew up with it, right? They start wearing it younger, and it's just like any type of protective equipment that evolves throughout the course of any sports. It takes a while to be adopted, but as the younger kids do it, they become more used to wearing it.
Right, so. And it certainly saved Laura Mockler. She would have had a good bump on the top of her head. But
So since the issue of the injury, the Bulldogs have been on the attack. Here's Rolfe with it. Kylie tries to throw it through. Didn't give her 5 yards, so we'll have a redo. We saw a young lady get carded for back-to-back infractions the other day right in front of us.
And this, I was just thinking, you just took the thoughts right off my... If Lisbon continues not to back off automatically, that may happen. There may be a warning at halftime, and after that it could be a card, or it could be a free hit too. So that could happen if the 5-yard infraction happens more often.
So scoreboard's out, so we can't give you the time. Don't know if that's weather-related or not, but they're probably going to work on that over there, Chris Ranslow. Chris is finding out how much fun it is to be an athletic director. He's done a terrific job here, taking over for the legend Colin Rory, who's not an easy guy to replace for sure. And Chris has picked this up and
he's a Halldale guy, right?
Yeah, in tough situations. He's going to continue to coach basketball. We hope that there is basketball. And if there is, we're in talks with Halldale to bring you Halldale basketball this winter. Of course, we'll be doing our Gardner schedules while Baker drives it through. Will it come all the way through? It did, but outside, no goal. Lisbon, who beat this Halldale team on a rainy day down in Lisbon. And talking to coaches before the game, this is one they'd really like, because they felt that was a game that got away from them. And of course, every team is looking to be 500 or better, and certainly this would be a good, solid season. Only an 8-game season, of course, with the COVID, but a 4-4 record for this team, and played some good contests, and they were not blown out in the games that we've done. They've been competitive in all the games.
And I think when I talked to both coaches, Corbin and Baker, at the beginning of the season, they really didn't know what to expect. As we said, they had no seniors coming in. They had some younger kids that are playing positions they never played before. They had kids like Kylie Rolfe, who's never played hockey before. So they really thought they were going to struggle, and they've continued to improve game after game. And,
Ashlyn Donohue's been one of them there.
Absolutely.
She's just a young freshman, and so certainly the future's bright. And it looks like we'll be up here doing games in the future. It's been pretty popular. I think the fans at home have been that are watching. Of course, they couldn't come out this year, but I don't think we're going back on what we're doing here, Mo. I think we'll continue to, even if fans can come, because this is a great learning opportunity for kids. Ariel here trying to connect up with Stewart out of bounds.
Well, it's a great service all the way around to grandparents, aunts, and uncles that can't get to the game, as well as I've talked to a number of coaches, and you don't very often have an opportunity to replay a game, pick it up, look at it with kids, and pick up what you need to work on. Every once in a while, you might have a few games, but this is just a great service for everyone.
There's a lot of streaming going on, so it's helping a lot of schools. And as we've said all season long, we're a little more advanced than some of the schools that are just picking it up this year. What we're able to do is we've been doing this for about 10 years, so our quality is a little bit better because we've been at it longer. Stewart trying to get it up the right side. She's going to be out of bounds, so it'll go over to Lisbon. Lisbon without their top player today, and it's made their offense a little less than probably what they've had in the past. So,
well, it's tough to get going in a game like today too. And the last 5 minutes or so have been obvious. We've been playing between the 25s. Halldale had a couple Avery Baker passes inside that went wide, but those are the only in the corners. So. No quality shots on either end yet.
Stewart trying to cross it. She did a good run up the right side. Can't get it. She's back at it. Stewart being persistent. Ellery Stewart. She's a junior. We hope you're warm and cozy at home. We got the wood stove or pellet stoves going today. I had mine going this morning. It's inside. Oh, Corbin got it home. She stayed with it, Coach. Didn't get it originally, but was able to pick it up on the rebound and poke her home. Corbin's had some good opportunities, as we've said earlier. She was at the far post a couple of times.
She's a gutsy little player, too. She's very, very aggressive up front here, takes pride in her game, you can tell, works very hard on her skills, and she's just a gutsy player that's not going to let the ball come out of the circle.
Yeah, looking at it right here. You can see the pass come across. Stewart was doing a good job. I think that was Stewart that finally got the ball back, or Baker, I think. Baker, yeah, both of them got it across. Corbin went to work inside, pick up the goal. So we'll update our scoreboard now for you. Halldale goes up 1-0. And I think that's, indicative of the way the play has gone here in the first. So that's going to do it for the first. We played one here from the Simmons Complex on the campus of Halldale High School, the Bulldogs. Over the Greyhounds, 1-0. We'll be back. We'll have more for you here from the Simmons Complex after these messages.
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden, so you may better focus on preparations and services.
The culture in PNG is very
Family
different.
First
It's very
Funeral
special.
Homes and Cremation Care's
Everyone
network of long-established
very
family-managed firms
Everyone
is
is
here for
very
families like
honest,
yours,
and they
providing experienced
want to
and
help you
compassionate
succeed.
service throughout Central Maine. They are Lowry Brothers and Wheeler Funeral Homes in Fairfield and Oakland.
athletic
Knowlton
experience
and
who have been here
Hewins,
for many
and
years.
Roberts Funeral Homes,
Some
serving
people that
Augusta
work have
and
been here for
Winthrop.
30+ years.
And Staples
You have the
Funeral
tools
Home
to
for
learn
families in
the
Gardner,
necessity to
Maine.
drive you forward.
Each staff is experienced
Great.
at accommodating the
I'm
unique
getting my
needs of
needs
the
met
families we serve,
career-wise.
as well as pre-arranging services for individuals.
I'm getting the
All of the
coaching that I
Family First
need to
locations stay true
move
to our
on and move
traditions
up.
and commitment to the
Great assessments and
communities we've
benefits
served for
we
decades.
get here. We get
Together,
health
we
insurance,
joined
life
with you
insurance,
to celebrate lives well lived.
disability insurance.
Family First, funeral
geez, and
homes, and
that's worth
cremation
something to
care,
me.
where your
Along
family
with the
is
pay,
our
I know I'm going
family.
to have a paycheck at the end of the week.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage they need because their health care just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
I want to thank all our great anchor sponsors for bringing you Bulldog Sports here this year, along with the athletic department, Chris Renslow, Mark Tinkham, the principal, all supporting our efforts here. Let's take a look at the goal, Coach McNally. We'll break that down again. The Bulldogs, the better of the play here so far. This is the Corbin goal.
Yeah, I think you'll see that coming down the right side. And there was an entry. Was it Soroyce had the entry coming in from the right? Baker got a piece of it.
Yeah, Baker tipped it across.
Yeah. And then Corbin picked it up at the left post.
Yeah, it looked like she did a reverse stick poke in there. So there's your goal, 1-0. That's how we are after one. We'll get set for second quarter action here. Scoreboard still out here at the Simmons Complex Field Hockey Field. Having some difficulties over there maybe, so we won't be able to give you the timing, but nonetheless, we'll keep the score up. So Lisbon, some work to do. This is Ellery Stewart. Stewart had a good first quarter, Coach.
Yes, she's pretty strong coming down the right side. I think she's a help over on that particular side. She's got a good drive, good entry pass. Yeah, she had a lot of ball time during that first quarter.
Yeah, and she's got some there trying to poke it ahead. She and Emma Soroyce over there on that side. Emma's got it now. Emma's little stick defense there, but it'll go over to Lisbon. Welcome our Lisbon parents. No, not able to travel up here for the game today. Well, nobody's able to travel up here to the game today, but we're glad that you're able to join us and watch your kids play field hockey. Across the way and going to turn over to Lisbon. So Lisbon's doing a good job in the second here quickly to get things going for them. On the take here will be Maddie Tuplin.
Yeah, I think Lisbon's got, I'm sure they got a little talking to between periods, and they've got to get the ball into the circle, obviously. And everybody knows you got no offense if you can't get it in the circle. But so they've been pretty aggressive off that pass.
Yeah, Kelsey Cormier hasn't been very busy. We've seen Kelsey be busy in some of the games. Got to be tough when it's cold like this for the goalkeeper to be standing around like waiting up on Mount Washington for rescue. It's a little chilly here. Coach and I are doing fine. As we mentioned the other day in the rain there, we're much more aware of the conditions when we're broadcasting than we ever were coaching, because you just put that out of your mind because you know you can't control it, so you just let it go. Trying to reverse the field, but Corbin's the one there here. She tries to reverse stick. Now she's going to weave down that left side. Here comes Corbin. She's got the goal. Corbin's through. Got Baker ahead. Can she get it to Baker? Little tricky dribble there. Now she drives it in front. Didn't get through. Some good defense there by Lisbon. Bulldogs pressing the attack, and it'll be their ball here. O'Connor will get set to drive. Here comes O'Connor. Throws it in. Whistle going the other way.
Interesting to know, Rob, we went through the first quarter Halldale had one shot on goal, and one direct shot on goal, and it was scored upon, and Lisbon had no shots on goal. So I'll tell you where the majority of the play is between.
Well, you said that too, didn't you? Stewart trying to take it to the outside where she can work her magic. Here comes Stewart, Ellery Stewart. Going to leave it now. Emma Sorois comes in. Trying to get it across to Stewart here. Thrown in front and wide. Madison Ramsey, the keeper. She's listed as 99, but she's wearing 00 today. So I believe that's Madison Ramsey. Is it, or who is it?
Do
we have another?
Yeah, it's Maria Levesque.
Maria Levesque. I'm sorry.
I think.
Maria. Yeah, I see. I saw her as number 10, but yeah, she's also listed as 00. So I apologize to the Lisbon folks. Here's Maria Levesque, the keeper here. She's been a little busy here today so far. Lisbon drives it. It's stopped there. Sorois to Stewart and out. Maddie Tuplin, number 12 for the Greyhounds, takes it. Got dispossessed by Stewart. A redispossessed the other way. Come the Greyhounds. Trying to take it to the center, open up some more opportunities. Good solid stick work on the defense that time. Rolfe stepped up, but also some good stick work being done by Donahue.
I was just going to say, that freshman played that defense very, very well. Kept herself from a foul, bothered the dribbler, made the dribbler get rid of the ball. It's good defense.
Harassment here on Willie. Lisbon chops it forward. Can they get it through? The Bonds tried to make a play for the Greyhounds. They maintain possession here. Willie. And that's going to be thrown out of bounds. Tracked down by Moore for the Greyhounds. She gets attacked by Stewart, and now Sorois on the intercept. Emma Sorois, just a sophomore. Emma's got a good future here for the Bulldogs. She's played it solidly all season as well.
Absolutely.
That's drove through. O'Connor trying to get it. Will it leak through? No. Taken off the side. Bickford with another good defensive play, but in the circle now. First foray in there for a while. Thrown forward. Cormier made the pad save, and now it comes through and wide. So Cormier's, I think, first save of the game, Coach.
Yes, it is.
1-0 Halldale.
Lisbon's come out and played a little bit more aggressive this quarter, and it's had a lot of ball possession time.
So we've got officials conferring. I'm not sure if they're on headphones today. Sometimes we've seen that. I'm not sure if they're. I don't think they are. Is that a requirement, Coach?
No.
No. Okay. So this is going to be. What do we got here going on, Coach? Help me.
They turned. I'm not really sure, but they reversed the call. So I believe that Lisbon's got the ball coming in from outside of the circle.
Okay. So they're going to be outside. They've moved it back, and we'll swing back with it too. Drilled in, but right back out. Stewart on it. Sorois over there. Sorois contesting on the defense. Having a muscle tussle over there.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few good one-on-one battles right here between the 25s, between a number of these opponents. It's been good battles right in the midfield area.
Corbin intercepts on the take. Comes Ava. Centered. Baker going to launch one and kick out save. It's out wide and shot and score. So some good teamwork there by the Bulldogs. It was Corbin down the left side, got it to Baker, and we'll have to see who got the tip in. Is it Stewart? It's going to be Stewart on the goal. We'll see it here. So Stewart. My fingers, I take them out of my I take my fingers out to do the replay, and it's to fine-tune it, and it's a little hard, but we're going to get it. We're going to start with Corbin coming up the left side, Coach, and we'll take a look at the replay right here.
Right, she brings it across, and I think Avery Baker gets the next piece of it right around the top right.
Get Dave Cheever out of the way.
Baker sends it in. Comes in off the goalie. And the persistence of Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart just stayed with it, didn't she? Look at her. She's jumping up and down, and everybody's really happy. Good-looking replay there, Chris. Good job on that one. Glad we could bring it to you. We'll update the scoreboard here. Good look at the replay. We're going at, Coach, you'll appreciate this, we've changed our format. We're going at a higher frame rate, so when we do the replays, they're a lot crystal smoother. They're really looking good. Of course, I'm getting a little techie on everybody at home, but the replay looked really good.
I'd like to say I know what you're talking about, but
yeah.
I don't.
So 2-0 Halldale, that's the main thing. The Stewart goal. Ellery Stewart, the junior. Assists. How many assists do you give on a goal? Can you give 2?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so we're going to give Corbin and Baker assists on that goal.
Yep.
Well, Lisbon now with a little bit of uptick to their game. Comes to the outside. Tried to be kept in by Maddie Tuplin. But they'll go up the far side. Really couldn't fault Maria Levesque on that one. That was a tough one. She made the initial one, but it came right back to Stewart. And Stewart, not a hard shot. But sometimes they don't have to be hard when the goaltender's out. She was out, and Stewart knew she took her time and placed it right inside that near post.
Well, he coaches on the sideline all the time, hollering, keep your sticks down, especially inside the circle. Because that ball can come off the pads pretty hard. If you get your stick down, it can rebound right off your sticks. So I've seen it thousands of times where sticks are off and the ball goes right underneath and out of the circle. So that was a good play by Elliot Stewart to stay low, get her stick down, and see the rebound coming off the pads.
This is Baker down the far side. She's going to launch one. Nope, swing and a miss. Gets it back. Avery, tricky dribbles. Loses it out of bounds. Tricky dribbles might be a phrase that's not used often in field hockey, Coach McNally, but I'd like it.
I think it works.
I stole that from Johnny Most when he used to talk about the Celtics' tricky dribbles. But nothing I ever say is original. It's always something I've heard, listening in games back when I was a kid and all that. So
whatever works.
Whatever works. Everybody knows what I mean. Rolf with it. Kylie's got a good long reach, and as you said, hadn't played a lot of field hockey up until this year, but we've seen constant improvement with Kylie's game. And you know, you take an athlete and then you let them play for a season, and all of a sudden you go, whoa.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I remember at Gardner, one of the players that comes to mind right off the top when you say that is Sarah Frink. Sarah Frink played soccer her entire life.
Yes.
Got a couple bad concussions.
Yes, right.
Came over with her friends to play field hockey, and she turned out to be a starter that year as a senior year, and she plugged a hole for us and played tremendous field hockey. Makes you wish you had him for the other 3 years.
Well, she was a tremendous goalie. I mean, she was all-conference type goalie for the Gardner Tigers, but she suffered those concussions, so less chance of a concussion in field hockey. So it was a good option for her.
Good kid, too. Just a great kid to have.
Yeah, great family, the Franks. Well, we've got a lot of great families we've had the pleasure of meeting up here at Halldale during the course of this year, as we've done a slew of soccer and field hockey games, and people are so supportive. It's a wonderful athletic community. Of course, we've been up here a few times to do some basketball over the years, but...
Well, as we said, one of the first games that we did with Halldale, this is just it's a great educational athletic community that supports their entire kids. It's a small high school, a small familial type high school.
Yes.
And they turn out to watch games, and they turn out for parades in town, and they turn out for events downtown. It's just a great little community.
Well, I have a granddaughter that'll be going here. She's 4 years old right now and lives right on Perkins Lane, right down the street from the Halldale High School. So she will be a Bulldog. Her mother was a Bulldog. Played on some terrific basketball teams. Brittany Bourgeois. now Munzing. But Brittany was on some great teams here in the early 2000s. So that's going to be drilled all the way down and out.
Athletic genes on both sides of the little...
Yeah, she's quite a little character. Of course, his grandkids are. Nice aerial, drop down to Stewart. Stewart's got the second goal of the game. Corbin got the first one. It's 2-0 Bulldogs. We're somewhere in the second quarter. We don't know. Scoreboard's off due to some malfunction, but we'll let you know where. I would say we're a little more than halfway probably through this second.
Sometimes, too, we don't mention the defense nearly enough, but Halldale's done a good job. Every time that Lisbon's gotten inside the circle, Halldale's found a way to circle out, start the offense, either with an aerial, which has been perfectly placed, or they bring the ball out to the sides, as we've complimented Lizzie Bickford a number of times, and Ashlyn Donahue. So they bring it out to the side and go up the sidelines with it. So Halldale's done a great job transitioning from defense to offense pretty quickly coming out of that circle.
They're trying to transition into an offensive foray here. Rolfe fighting for it, but it's going to go over to Lisbon. After the second goal, had a couple of opportunities. The single save so far by Cormier. Emma Soroyce threw it ahead. Now she's got it, throws it in front, trying to get it to Baker. Levesque came way out. Lisbon trying to come down against the defensive Brooke Mishu. Mishu's going to get a piece of the ball, but Lisbon does a good job of getting ahead. They were trying to connect there with Maddie Tuplin, not able to do it. Now thrown ahead. Tuplin's stick got knocked out of her hands, I think, by Donahue. And now to go over to the Bulldogs. Rolfe trying to get it. Some good defense being played there, but Rolfe is persistent. She'll take it out the side, trying to connect with Corbin. It's got Corbin. Corbin down this left side. Back passes to herself. Gets it to Rolfe on a nice return. Rolfe trying to keep it in play. Does to Baker. Baker's got it. She throws it ahead to herself. She's going, trying to tee one up and missed.
Good use of the field by Kylie Rolfe coming up through here, too. The ball started on the right side on that offensive push. Came through the middle to Rolfe. Rolfe took it over on one pass to the left. And what that does is set the defense back on their heels. When you can use one or two passes to get from one side of the field to the other, you got the defense running. So opens up holes all over the field.
Going ahead, Stewart's going to try to chase it down. Baker there, too. Baker's got it in the circle. Baker launches, tries to get it across. It's going to go to the near side in behind the net. No save needed for Maria Levesque. 2-0. Yo, Bulldogs. And I guess that's the half. So we're played. 2 quarters here. We'll pause down for halftime. It's Halldale 2, Lisbon nothing. Before we go off, we'll take a look at the second goal of the game. Assist to Corbin and Baker. And the Ellery Stewart goal right here, Coach, is the second goal of the game.
Yeah, and as I remember that, we complimented her on being low to the ground. You'll see her stay low. And I think she picks up the first rebound once Baker makes the entry.
So there's the Baker entry.
And you can see Stewart real low with the goalie, staying right near the pads.
And there it is. So we'll take a break. We'll be back. Halftime stats coming up after this.
JMH Associates is a boutique financial and management consulting firm that can provide customized solutions for your business or personal affairs. We can provide management expertise to your small business, personal financial guidance, and organizational structure for your personal and business needs. This will allow for better communication and execution with your other financial partners. We help establish businesses, we'll help you start a new business, and we can provide IT support for your business needs. We are JMH Associates. We're proud to be associated with MunzingMediaSports.com.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation. So we give you a look back here.
Of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school.
Now, to mess this up, folks, let me
We applaud
redo
Munson
this for you,
Media's pioneering
boys and
live
girls.
streaming efforts. The
We'll take a break and
Hutchinson
give you the
Project.
Hutchinson.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
It is a true family here. We all work together as a team.
One of the best things about working here is all the different people that you're going to interact with.
What you think matters here.
The single best thing about working here is, pretty much everyone around here has your back and is supporting you.
I think you can always find what you really want to do with a company like Procter & Gamble. They tap into your assets.
They really set you up for success and give you opportunities and challenge you every day.
The part I love most about my job is the culture here. I love the family feel. I know that I can count on anybody on the production floor or in the offices anytime. I can count on anybody to do anything or to be there for anything that you need.
We all help each other out. Whether somebody needs to stay and cover, or I've covered at night shift, I've covered a day shift. So it's really definitely that whole atmosphere of the one team. It's like a big family outside of your home.
We're all one team. We work together. If any of us need help, we rely on each other.
This company has treated me well. This is more of a career situation than just a job.
So you don't just have to be a technician if you don't want to. You could actually be whatever you want to be. You can find your niche and fulfill it.
I think you set your own career path here. So it depends on where you want to go in the company. I think the opportunities are definitely there. You definitely come in setting your own goals, paving your own path to how far you want to go in the company. And like I said, the support's there, the coaching is there, from anybody from the beginning all the way up through management.
You come out here to the floor sometimes and you really can't tell the difference. The managers are right there next to us, in the trenches, so to speak, rubbing elbows, and we're getting the job done. We all value each other's input.
I work with a good group of people. A lot of experienced people have been here for many years. Some people that I work with have been here for 30 plus years, which is great for your leadership, and while you're learning on the floor, you have the tools to learn, the necessity to drive you forward.
I did actually have a say, and I was able to help coach other people to get to where they wanted to be. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, is the ownership and then being able to help other people to achieve their goals also.
I really like to work at P&G because I have the opportunity to grow as a leader, to build skill, and as a bonus, the pay is really great.
We're definitely up there in both wage and benefits. But for me, it is the people. Yep, we have a great group here.
I think about the importance of my work and how it's helping girls and women all around the country, and that really gives me that strength to plow forward and say, hey, I'm making a difference.
We provide for all of North America. So right here in Auburn, Maine, it's wonderful.
I love the fact to say that I work at TAM Brands. I love the fact that we help the community. I love the fact that you can help watch people grow, you can watch people succeed, all of their own accord. It's not, this is how it has to be, this is how you're going to do it. So if you're going to succeed, it's because you wanted to, and I can be a part of that.
Hey everyone, Travis Mills coming to you today to let you know more about CBU benefits and the plans that we offer. We're going to talk today about the accident plan and why it's so important for you to have the coverage that we offer.
So one of the things with this accident policy that's really important is that a lot of people don't even understand how it works or how to use it. People think, well, I'm never going to get injured, I'm never going to get hurt, so there's no reason for me to really have it. But statistics tell us that over 40 million people are in an accident every single year in the United States. And why that's so important is it's not just for the car accidents. If your kids are hurt on a playground, if you're hurt lifting something or out doing some kind of activity, there's always a need to claim on an accident policy. Whether you're a child or into the later years of life, there's always the need for an accident policy.
Thanks so much, Alex. I appreciate that. For more information, visit cbubenefits.com to get yourself protected from life's unexpected events.
We join you back live here from the Simmons Complex. Rob Munzing, Mo McNally, Chris Wheeler doing our camera work here as we bring you our final field hockey game of the fall. I think we've done about 10 field hockey games in total between the Tigers, the Gardner Tigers, the Bulldogs, and middle school.
Middle school, right.
So, very happy to do that, seeing them bundled up across the way. Coach Mo McNally's got the first half stats.
Well, there weren't too many. As we saw, it was a battle between the 25s for the most part. We had great one-on-one battles between opponents, between the 25-yard lines. But you take a look at the stats, Halldale's had four direct shots on goal. They had a couple that went wide that could have been scores had we got a tip on them. But 4 direct shots on goal, and they scored twice. Lisbon's got 1 shot on goal. Halldale's had the edge in penalty corners, having 3, and we haven't seen a penalty corner from Lisbon yet. Kelsey Cormier at Halldale's had 1 save for Halldale, and Maria Levesque has had 2 saves for Lisbon. And as we said, the score's 2-0 on a Corbin score, the first of this first half, and Stewart scored the second one.
Well, the first shot of the game was the Corbin one,
Yes,
Coach, and it's coming across here. You'll see on the replay. Corbin's going to get the pass eventually. She's parked there at the far corner, jumps on it quickly, and I think a reverse stick in for the goal. So that was Corbin's goal that put him up 1-0. Take a look at the Stewart goal coming up here before they get into action. Corbin again going to get an assist here. She gets it across, comes to Baker, and as you said, Stewart did a good job.
Right.
She's going to stay in front there. You can see her right there. There's Ellery right there. Comes to her, she tips it, and then she's got the wherewithal to jump the rebound and get it home. Can we get a shot of number 1 there? Is the toughest kid out here.
Larissa Potvin, holy crony. She's making me cold.
So, Bulldogs going left to right. Stewart, who's got a goal. We just showed you Ellery's goal. She's in contention for the Pizza Award, isn't she, Coach?
She's had a great game.
Yeah.
She's had a great game.
I think we mentioned earlier how she'd been active.
Because they've spread the field quite a bit today and used the right as often as they've used the left, so it's given her some opportunity.
And it's Royce. Lisbon trying to clear, but they can't. Rolfe keeps a stick on it, tracks it down, trying to cross it. In the corner.
And as well as Ellery Stewart's been playing, we got to give a thumbs up to Emma Soroyce, who was playing right behind her too, and keeping the ball in play, making those good passes up to Ellery Stewart. So it's a good combination of kids over there, a sophomore and a junior.
Corbin on the insertion. Here it comes. Comes out wide. Tracked down by Mishu, but she couldn't get it back in. Scott for the Greyhounds. Lizzie Bickford. Picard for the Greyhounds. Throws it through, right through Donahue's wickets. That went out. one-on-one battle. Coach, you mentioned a lot of those in the game so far.
Yeah, neither team is being able to travel, and that's a major tenet of field hockey anyway. You don't want anybody traveling. We used to tell our kids, not if the opponent's got the ball and she's gone longer than 5 yards dribbling the ball, then she's gone way too far. And both these teams are really doing a good job attacking the dribblers, forcing the pass.
Taking it to the outside in the end of the safety zone. Try to get a Corbin. Mishu drills it down to Corbin. Corbin on the fly. Dispossessed there. That was good defensive play that time by Lisbon.
Looked like Emma Willie. I think that was good defense.
Corbin's on flying up and down that side all game.
And Emma played that just correctly. You don't want to run up too fast on her because she's going to zip by you. So if you get up within stick length and then shadow her as she dribbles, there's going to be a time when the ball comes off the stick and you can take it. And Emma played that very well.
If you're just joining us, we're in the third. Little scoreboard trouble. Ours shut down, so on our backup scoreboard that just gives you the scoring, no clock. But the clock here is out, so we can't give it to you either. You may hear my teeth chatter as it's dropped down a little bit. Little Sun we had in the first is gone. Drove across. That was Maddie Tuplin with it. Wouldn't be able to play starting at 3:30, 4 o'clock next week, Coach, as we move the clocks.
That's right. That's right. Dark in the morning, dark at night.
Although normally this would be the conclusion of the field hockey season. It would be the state championships would be tomorrow, Coach. Who were some of the favorites this year? Who are they looking at? The traditional powers.
Right.
You'd have to look at Coney now, wouldn't you, in Class A with what they did to Skowhegan. We saw Coney Gardner overtime game. That go overtime, Coach?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Yeah, Skowhegan is a perennial favorite, and they would have been up there as well and done pretty well. MCI was another team in the East that would have been up. Mount Ararats had a great season, so I'm sure they would have been a team that people were looking at.
Baker's got one inside. Oh, she got dispossessed. It's a good thing because she was getting ready to tee one up. Corbin throws it across, trying to connect with Baker. Can't do it. Dish back inside. Baker's there. Rolf's there. And Corbin's there for the Bulldogs. That was drove back and up and at them.
Another team that would have been in contention that we saw early on was Winthrop. Winthrop was in the state game last year and didn't lose a player. And
we saw Winthrop here. They were really good.
So they were looking to return to the state game, and under these conditions, this tough season, it's too bad for them. But
join us tomorrow at noontime as we'll bring you our final regular season soccer game. Then we got a little special that we'll talk about during tomorrow's game. Rob Kennedy, Mark Tinkham bringing you the action as the Richmond Bobcats come north to take on the Bulldogs. That'll be noontime, boys. Lisbon trying to get on the board. They got some territorial play here. Into the circle, but as quickly as it's in, it's out. Boy, that was a swing and a miss by Natalie Scott. Wow. That's tipped up. Cormier had to make the save. Reverse stick in front. Cormier's out. And let's see. It's going to go over to the Bulldogs. So they avert danger there, but that was a good foray that time offensively here for the Greyhounds. Corbin's got it now. She's streaking down the far side.
Well, Lisbon started this quarter like they started the second quarter. They came out like gangbusters and have really been very, very aggressive in the first few minutes.
Trying to connect with Corbin down that side. Went off and out. It'll be Greyhound ball. 2-0. The Halldale Bulldogs. They're trying to get to 4-4 on the season. Corbin sweeps in. But it'll go back over, and on the hit here is Emma Willie. Willie trying to intercept, but it comes to Corbin. Corbin on the rush. Corbin just outside the circle. Backtracks a little bit. Tries to self-pass inside. Can't do it, but she's got it, and it's going to be a whistle, and it'll go over to Lisbon.
As we said before, it's tough to get an entry pass from the left side. You got to turn all the way around to do it. Emma does it very well, but it's tough when the deeper you get on that side to get it into the circle from there directly.
Big hit by Scott. Tries to change field. There's Bickford on it. Lizzie takes it off the side. Lizzie's very disciplined back there, coach, isn't she? I mean, she gets that ball and she heads right to the outside into the safe zone. Now here she brings it up. Some good stick work here by Lizzie. Over midfield. Still controls. Drops it down. Can she keep it in? She does. What a play. Got it over to Ellery Stewart and out of bounds. But, boy, that was some good work there by Lizzie Bickford, the sophomore. She came from far side of the field all the way across and set her team up in decent shape, and now Stewart's going to have it. Throws it in front. Thrown in front. Corbin fighting for it. Can she get it? She's still fighting for it. Ball's loose, comes out. Lisbon trying to desperately clear the circle. They can't do it. Comes back in. Corbin got a swipe at it. Couldn't connect.
We saw the quickness there, too, of Maria Levesque, who was on the right post when the initial ball came in and ended up down on the ground in that little scrum and ended up getting up pretty quickly and covering the left side when Ava Corbin got the ball. So good quickness with sophomore Maria Levesque.
Lisbon looks to clear. They do. They'll contest back one-on-one. I think that's O'Connor across the way. Is it?
Yes.
Yep. Getting a little hard to see sometimes, but Bulldogs set to go. Aerial.
Emma Soul uses that aerial very well. Seems to have good control of it. Gets good yardage on it. That went probably a good 20 yards into an open space. So she's got great control of that aerial when she uses it.
Yeah, when her teammate know that she can do that, like Corbin can actually release a little bit and go a little bit further than you might normally go. Corbin's fighting for it now. Another good game for Ava Corbin. She's got a goal. She got the first of the game. Stewart, the second goal. That's where we stand, 2-0. Tried to throw through to Baker. Couldn't get it to her. Comes out. Emma Soul throws it to the middle, but intercepted there by the Greyhounds. Here they come. Bickford with it here. Bickford with the stop. Takes it outside. Bernaducci in the game here. Number 13 for the Bulldogs. She's on the far side. Bickford throws it down. It doesn't stay in. Goes out, and it'll be black ball.
That's a good example of a Lisbon coach's nightmare, too. Lizzie Bickford picked up that ball on the other side of the field.
That's coming at our Chris Wheeler, our camera guy.
Lizzie picked that up on the other side of the field, traveled all the way across the field without being touched. Lisbon has to step there and cut her off so she doesn't get all the way over to the right with that, but she's done that well twice.
Emma Sorois moving it up at the direction of the official, Dave Cheever. Here she comes, tries to throw it through, went off black. It'll be white ball. Emma Sorois. They're trying to make sure that Baker doesn't get it, but it doesn't matter. It came through a couple of players. Baker's got it. They know that she's got the big shot. We're waiting for another Baker bomb. We had in the first game. Baker's got an assist on the Stewart goal. Not sure who got the assist on the Corbin goal. Have to go back and look at that maybe again. Racing down is Emma Sorois, and it'll go over to Lisbon. Win the third, 2-0 Halldale. Bickford I'm sorry, Soroyce with a good play. One-on-one muscle tussle going on there. Head of the pack here is Mooney. Backtracked nicely by the Bulldogs, and here they come. Baker got Stewart ahead. Can they get it to her? No. Dispossessed here. Nice play by Willie. Willie's had a strong game for the Greyhounds. Glad you could join us on Munzing Media's production of Bulldog Field Hockey. Bulldog Soccer tomorrow. It's the boys will take on their rivals, the Richmond Bobcats. Noontime start. Rob Kennedy, Mark Tinkham have the call for that one. Sorry that we lost out on some of the Gardner games we're going to carry this week, but we wish everybody the best down in Tiger Town. They're a tough situation they're going through down there with a couple of cases of COVID and teachers quarantined, and they're on at-home learning now. And our thoughts certainly go out to all of our Mo and our former colleagues at Gardner Area High School.
Yeah,
the rest of the school system's still the same. They're okay, but the high school going through some tough times. So
it's tough to watch. As a retired teacher, it's tough to watch them go through that. And the teachers have been working very hard, as teachers in all districts have, to adopt to either remote learning or in-person learning. But it's just a tough year.
Bickford with another one of those rushes, Coach, from left to right and down the right sideline. So, Lizzie, I hope you're counting your steps today, Lizzie. She got a big smile on her face coming back. She's just loving it. She says, I don't get up that territory very often. Lucy having a heck of a game. Trying to connect down there with Emma Soroyce, and it went off Emma's stick out of bounds. Little contest going on there. Abby Burgoyne, number 9 in the game here today.
That was good defense. She stepped up on that play to make sure that the Lisbon athlete did not receive the ball uncontested. If you're breathing right down somebody's throat, it's tough to be able to control that ball. So that was good defense.
Abby, one of the freshmen. That'll be the future of this Bulldog team. This is a young team, as we said. No seniors on the team, so their senior day didn't take long. So we played 3. You see the score 2-0. I want to let you know that we've got some exciting activity coming up here next weekend, as we'll have the Bulldog Strong tournament here from the capital area. They have Bulldog Strong basketball. That's next weekend, Coach McNally. We're going to be up there at the Augusta Civic Center all-day affair, and we'll have coverage of all the games starting at 8 o'clock in the morning until they're done, probably 8 o'clock at night. So we'll be there all day for the Bulldog Strong basketball tournament. I want to thank the fine folks involved with that, the committee that puts that together. I've been dealing with your former player, Jamie
Medore,
and Ryan Medore on all of that activity. So we thank them for asking us to come along. They've asked us the last couple of years to do it, but normally we're right in the middle of our football postseason coverage. So we've always had Thornton Academy games or Gardner games or whoever's playing during that time frame. But this year we'll be able to go up there and do the Bulldog Strong basketball tournament. And
I took a look yesterday at the rosters that were online.
Yeah.
There's some great players, some up and coming players from all over the Central Maine area. So it'll be a fun time to watch on Munzing Media, because I saw some names I recognized, saw some coaches' names I recognized, and players that I've heard about that I haven't had a chance to see. So it sounds like a great tournament.
Well, some of the kids who are watching out here today will be playing in it. I was talking to Coach Baker's daughter's going to play. Avery will be playing in that. We talked about that before the game. And lots of kids from the Central Maine area able to participate in that tournament. And, we'll hopefully be covering high school and maybe even middle school basketball here at Halldale this winter. We've talked to Mark Tinkham and Chris Ranslow about duplicating the coverage that we've had this fall up here this winter. So we'll see what we can do then. Of course, we do some Gardner games for our local sponsors. We don't do all the Gardner games, but we'll do a fair number of boys, girls, wrestling, whatever they have, hockey during the course of the season.
And just to add on to that, the Gardner girls are looking good for this season.
Yes, they are.
If they have one. I know Coach Gray I haven't talked to him personally, but I'm sure he's very excited if indeed this goes on. He's got a couple underclassmen that are playing very well. So it'll be a great season for them if indeed they have one.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things we just need to keep track of is how this is all going to play out. And, of course, it's changeable, day-to-day, Coach. It's every day is a different thing. And we just hope that anybody affected by COVID that in this area is recovering well. And we've had more cases this week, but thankfully no deaths. So let's hope that will continue to be the norm. 2-0 win the fourth. Try to poke through by Emma Sorois. Emma stays with it. Now it's going to swing out here to Cooper for the Greyhounds. She couldn't get it past Emma Sorois, but she'll get it back here. It'll be Greyhound ball. Stay with us post-game. Chris Wheeler will put the camera on Coach McNally and I as we both try to get our knees to unlock and get up. That'll be the excitement of the post-game.
It'll only take us a half an hour.
Oh, gosh. But we love it. Coach McNally is a trooper. She would do anything to promote the game of field hockey. Great ambassador for the sport, Coach, you were when you coached and continue to be in your post-coaching days advocating for the kids. And,
it's just been a lot of
connecting with the college coaches that you do. Coach comes out and sees a player and says, hey, you got to take a look at so-and-so. She may be able to help your program out.
It's a lot of fun, as we said before. It just keeps you in the game, keeps you seeing who's developing in this area. And as I've said before, I've got a lot of kids that are out coaching myself, so it gives me a chance to see them. Kelly Baker's one of them, and we've seen a couple. Jess Merrill from Winthrop and Ashley Work from Marana Cook are all former players of mine. So it gives me a chance to see them, and it's just fun to watch them develop.
Somebody ought to do the McNally coaching tree. I'd love to see it. Honest to God, that would be, I don't know, there'd be enough paper and pens and ink and stuff to make that whole tree out, Coach. It's one of the neat things that we veteran coaches get to see as former players out coaching and giving back. And, I always get a kick out of it when I hear, somebody that played for us, that and I call it talking Gardner football. They're saying those same things that we said back 30 years ago.
Absolutely.
Those things never change.
No, and you like getting those phone calls from coaches. I got a couple before the season saying, Coach, what would you do in this situation? What do you think I ought to do here? It's just nice to keep talking field hockey as it is football. So it's great to see. And the kids love to come back and contribute. And
what I usually tell those players is find somebody that played like you did. You'll be all right. Right down in front of us, giving you some good views right down here. Oh, going the other way, says Mr. Cheever. I think that one stung. Big hit by Scott. Scott's had some big hits. O'Connor getting the ball out of there.
And as they had the last two quarters, Lisbon comes out very aggressive. The first ball into the circle area.
Yeah, they've done that. Yeah, they have done that. I want to thank the fans who have been watching us all year, and they've paid us some good compliments here during the course of our coverage here for all the sports we've been trying to bring you. We know it's been a tough year for parents and fans and grandparents and friends of the players, but we're glad we played a small part in being able to bring you out to the game. We're in the fourth here. It's 2-0. Goals by Corbin and Stewart for the Bulldogs, giving them this 2-0 lead. Kelsey Cormier, a couple of saves, not too many in net today for Cormier. She's been relatively well protected by that defense. Here comes Corbin. Tries to reverse stick here and get down the side, and she does. So it goes out of bounds now, and it'll turn over to the Greyhounds. No, it's going to go over to the Bulldogs. Rolf will take it. Kylie gets a little further direction, and here she comes. Got attacked up there by, was it Potvin? Potvin's the toughest player out there. Bare shoulders. Tough kid. Corbin's on the far side. Tries to reverse. Dispossessed. Greyhounds with it. Getting a little dark here at the Simmons complex. Actually, I'm looking at the screen. You're seeing it brighter at home than we are here, with the camera brightened up a little bit. Looks good. Glad you could join us.
Getting a little cooler too, Robin. As this game continues and these kids start taking big hits, it's going to start stinging in the old hands. Just
under 9 minutes left in this one. We heard the call from the sideline. As we said, the scoreboard out, so we haven't had it, but just under 9. You know what, Coach? If I take my my phone, and I set the clock up to count down from 8 minutes and 30 seconds, we'll have our own scoreboard here, clock right here. So let me do that.
There's Lizzie. Good example of Lizzie Bickford playing solid defense in there. But Lisbon pushed the ball between her legs and ends up with a penalty corner. Their first of the game.
So it's been a long time to come.
So we'll see how they set this up. Lisbon's got Natalie Scott on the side here, and she's been a big hitter all game.
Yeah, she has been number 21 for the Greyhounds. They go to her, trying to get her to tee it up, and she missed hit on it, but she got it back. Now trying to get it across. She teed it up, and Kylie Rolfe came running at her, and Kylie jumped over it. Driven down. That was a good drive that time by Baker. Stewart keeps it alive, takes it to the outside. Now she waits for some troops here. She's got Corbin far post. Stewart. Ellery's got the second goal of the game. She's had another strong game thrown back inside by Emma Royce, trying to connect with Stewart, taking it to the outside. We're down to about 7 minutes left in this one. Don't know why I didn't think of that before, to put the clock on, run the timer on my iPhone, and I can give you the time. Emma Royce to Stewart. I wish we had more games to do for the Bulldogs, because I can now recognize the kids, Mo. Bickford. Bickford's had a strong game on the D today.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has. When you take a look at the stats in terms of shots on goal, Lisbon's only had 4 shots on goal, and in part to the solid defense that Lizzie's played up back there in front of Kelsey Cormier. So she sure has, and it's been a continuation. She's played solid defense for them all season.
Dropped down to Baker's on the chase here, but Willie got it first. But Corbin's got it. Tried to get it inside. The Baker couldn't do it. It comes back outside. Good support here. I'm going to throw it back inside. I think this is O'Connor with it. Outside the 25, so they'll take it back outside.
We got it. Maddie Tuplin looks like she's limping off, so she's maybe sprained her ankle, so she's off the field.
She's all the way across the way. So they'll take a quick time to get her off. Got a timeout. About 5.5 minutes left. Fortunately, she's right there near the sideline, so they've got her off, and we're back playing, which works for everybody. It's a good thing she went down in front of the bench. It made it a lot easier to help her off and not have the kids stand around where it's cold. Comes inside to Corbin and back out. Potvin with it. Potvin working up the far side. Just a little over 5 minutes left in this one. Stay with us for the Caps of Pizza. Play the game. Ooh, that came up and bit Rolf up on the shoulder area, looked like.
Good show of sportsmanship there by Natalie Scott, who knew the ball had come up, and she went up to find out to make sure that that was Kylie Rolfe or whoever. I think it was Kylie.
Yeah, it was Kylie. Yeah.
To make sure. So good sportsmanship there, even though you're down 2-0. Good for her.
Well, I think probably all the kids are thankful that they got there. Well, 8 games for Halden. I'm not sure how many Lisbon played. About the same number. What would they allow? 10 games this year, Coach?
I think it was 10, yes.
Yeah, maximum 10 games. And, of course, with rainouts and, the games didn't have to get played for heel point totals and stuff like that, so some of the games didn't get made up. So,
well, as Lisbon said, we talked to Coach at the beginning. Julie said that they had a slew of injuries that caused a couple games to be, and then they had some type of a 3-week break in there that might have been COVID related. So, it's been one of those seasons where you just don't know if you're going to play or not play. And if you've got 6 or 8 games and you get injuries, as Julie's encountered at Lisbon, you come in shorthanded a lot. So
keep your eye on the ball here.
Yeah, tough season.
Sneaks right up the sideline. Yeah, that would be insult to injury to take one of those in the kisser here. They're fighting for it here. Swinging a miss. Ooh. Now we're going to back off.
Probably a good idea to back off right now anyway.
Right down in front of us. Avery Baker finds it. And Mr. Royce, Satsan gets it through to Stewart. About 3 minutes left in this one. 2-0. Bulldogs over the Greyhounds. Stewart working hard against Willie. Stewart drops it out of bounds. Picard with it. She's going to drill it up. Bulldogs back on the D, and they try to turn it off quickly, trying to connect up inside there to Rolfe, and now she's got it. Kylie drops it ahead, trying to get it to Baker. Baker on the chase. Baker crosses, gets in front. Oh, it's right there in front and goal.
Rolfe.
So Rolfe with the goal. Take a look at it on the replay as we get it queued up there. So Kylie in the right place at the right time. Kylie actually started that play. Got it down inside to Baker.
Right, Baker came to the right side. Nice entry cross pass about just below the penalty stroke line. And Rolfe got the tip in.
So that should seal things here pretty well. We'll take a look on the replay here, Coach McNally.
Here comes Baker down the right side, just outside, going in the circle. Tees it up, brings it up just below penalty stroke line. She's got the goalie over to the right side, so it's an open cage on the left.
And Kylie Rolfe. So 3 different goal scorers. Good balanced scoring here in this one for the Bulldogs. Back here to live action as we finish this up with about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes left. Time unofficial. Ariel trying to connect with Baker, tips it ahead. Baker's on the chase. Baker gets by. Got Stewart ahead. Got Corbin up there too, tries to reverse it. Rolfe trying to keep it in, can't. Rolfe now just outside. Thrown over the far side. That was Megan Libby for the Greyhounds. as we wind this one down. Bulldogs have had this one in their stead pretty much throughout the course of the game here. 3-0 now, but even when they were playing even on, it was tilted in favor of the Bulldogs. They get the first goal by Corbin, the second by Stewart, and the third, as you just saw, by Kylie Rolfe. So there are your 3 goal scorers here as we wind this one down to its finish. Stay with us post-game. Coach McNally will pick out the Capture Pizza Play of the Game. Always a popular item here. Very glad that we were able to work that out with the folks at Capsure's Pizza right down in front of us. And that gets away. Under a minute left here in this one. So Royce to Baker. Baker trying to do a little fancy stick work here. Now she's going to drill one. Everybody's going to run. Good idea. Discretion being the better part of valor here as we teach a little Shakespeare.
Halldale's done very well spreading the field today, too. They traditionally have been left side strong, but they've used the right side today very well.
And that's going to do it. So we got a final. So the Bulldogs will win this one 3-0. They will go to 4-4, 500 season here on the air. You should see them gather around the goalkeeper, Kelsey Cormier, in net here today. They protected her pretty well here today, for sure. And I think a very successful season here for the Bulldogs with this young team, Coach.
Oh, I think Coach Corbin and Coach Baker would be very pleased with the transformation of this team from beginning to end. And as we've said a couple times, they've got no seniors, so they should be looking forward to next season and capitalizing on what they've done this season, and should anxiously await next season, because they should be a force to reckon with as we come in, hopefully, into a regular season for them next season.
Yeah, great group of kids over there. They always thank us, you know. They always give us a cheer. Thank you, Munson Media, after they thank the officials and everybody else. And somebody we'd like to thank, too, is our good friends at Capture Pizza. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and Coach will have the Capture Pizza Play of the Game. We'll come back after this.
You like cooking dinner? Call Capsure's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsure's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsulespizza.com.
So we're back here for the Capture Pizza Play of the Game. We were trying to pick out the Pizza Play of the Game across the way. It was hard to do. But let's turn over to our Coach McNally.
I think today was a great all-around game for Halldale, and the player of the game could have gone any number of different ways, but you got to take a look at that defense for Halldale, and they only gave up 4 shots on goal today, in part because of Lizzie Bickford. So Lizzie Bickford is today.
Here's Lizzie.
Capture of the game.
She's right over there across the way. We got her in the viewfinder. Capture Pizza Play of the Game. Lizzie Bickford for her great defense here today. A shutout, and a large part of that had to do with the defense that Lizzie played back there for the Bulldogs. So Lizzie, see Mr. Kennedy. He's got the Capture Pizza Play of the Game awards. So see Mr. Kennedy in school. He'll give you one of those, and he's probably watching right now and probably knows that. So congratulations to the Bulldogs. They finished 4-4. Lisbon Greyhounds. Great sportsmanship here shown today by the Greyhounds, and we wish them continued success with their athletic programs. Well, you've seen Halldale Bulldogs sports here. We've got one more game to go on our regular season as we'll finish up tomorrow with the boys soccer team playing the Bobcats of Richmond. We'll be on about 11:15, noontime kickoff for that one. For Coach McNally, for Chris Wheeler, our cameraman, I'm Rob Munzing here from Munzing Media. Join us tomorrow. We'll be on about 11:15 for boys soccer. Until then, so long, everybody.